How's it going, everyone? Sir Speedster here, and welcome to Broken Colors, a game that was played by my good friend Epic Ouija a while ago, so I wanted to try it out for myself. I'm sure absolutely nothing wrong will happen, so let's jump right into it. Let's see where your path will take you in this dark, unsteady world. My outstretched hand feels its way forward to the source of the alarm until it finds the snooze button and the alert comes to a stop. I yawn and roll over on my side, curling up into a ball. I'm already snoring when it sounds again, louder this time. I groan at the thought of leaving the comfort of my cozy bed. Alright, I'm awake! Knowing I would have to skip lunch if I wasted any more time now, I let out a defeated sigh and pull myself up into a sitting position to switch the alarm off. Finally it stopped. I put my phone back on the bedside table, but as hard as I try to make it casual, it takes all of my energy to swing my legs over the side without falling backward. I stop moving and allow myself a few seconds to let the day come softly into focus, even if I can hardly keep my eyes open. My whole body feels like it's been hit by a truck. What, do I sleep on the floor or something? Is that what they call fatigue syndrome? I swear it's getting harder to fight it off every day. Putting my hands on either side of me, I grunt as I finally push myself off the bed completely. I feel my feet still ache from the previous day's work as I stumble towards my closet, wiping the sleep from my eyes in an almost robotic fashion. Pull on a pair of shorts and a shirt from whichever is conveniently residing atop the pile. The summer sun shines brightly through the grubby windows of my apartment, filling me with more unnecessary warmth. I close my eyes and bring my arms behind my back, stretching. Another yawn escapes my throat as I head into the kitchen, only to be faced with an almost empty fridge. I had to get rid of most of my food after the last power outage. Can't eat well if you're late paying the electricity bill. What, do I not have a box of Pop-Tarts in the kitchen or something? I decided to eat the chicken salad sandwich my neighbor graciously made for me yesterday. I am very grateful to her. She has often helped me in difficult situations even though she doesn't have much herself. I make a mental note to do some grocery shopping tomorrow, or maybe I should not only do it mentally but also write it down. Later. Don't worry, I'll be sure to remember to go grocery shopping. Driller hammered. You know, that reminds me, I should probably call Epic Ouija at some point. I haven't heard from him in a while. I hope he's doing okay.
Hey man, I know you kidnapped me and all and, cut up my legs, but if you got a couple of Thin Mints, I would appreciate it.
Hey, I'm sure he's fine. The soft crackling sound under my chair reminds me of the dried leaves that had been scattered all over the floor by a strong draft the other day, and are the sad reminder of my neglected mint plant. And mind you, accidentally killing it is not an easy task. Oh shoot, how could I forget to water you the whole time? Poor thing. While I throw pitying glances at it, I finish my lunch, then pick up some of the leaves, thinking about reviving my plant later, before rushing to get ready for another uneventful day at work. Okay, go grocery shopping, revive my mint plant, I'm totally gonna remember all these things. I step outside into the scorching sun, feeling the same heat wave that had been keeping me sleepy and lethargic for the past few weeks. I look at the cloudless afternoon sky, its bright cocktail blue stretches on forever, giving me a moment of pure serenity. Oh yay, great, no clouds, that means I'm gonna get the full power of the sun! I am going to melt! I take a deep breath and enjoy the summer breeze that brings along a dry wind messing up my hair. Such a pretty afternoon. It's a shame I have to work today. Sighing, I put on my sunglasses and wiggle my way through the heavy traffic pouring from a nearby expressway. Where? Where is the traffic? I see like 5 people. Vehicles of all shapes, sizes, and colors pass by, yet one could still hear the humming sounds of bees darting through the air and the soft clinking of iced drinks from restaurants. Where? Where are the vehicles? There's nothing! I turn the next corner and get only a glimpse of the back of my coworker's car, who just finished up his morning shift before he takes off driving home to his family. My feet carry me into the building he had left, a small convenience store where I work as a cashier. Stopping in front of the staff entrance, I look for my keys, then grab the doorknob. Fuck! Only to feel my palm exploding in pain. Damn it, not again! I wave my hand as if to shake off that burning sensation. I don't think you could shake off third-degree burns. I wish we had more trees throwing some shade in this part of the city, or a new affordable entry door for that matter. One that also makes it easier for the air conditioner to run more efficiently. Speaking of which, after using a handkerchief to protect myself somewhat from the intense heat of the door, I hurried inside and noticed only a slight difference in temperature. Oh, there's no air conditioning inside, is there? A not-so-pleasant thought crosses my mind. What if the AC is not working? I bet Rasmus will use that as an excuse to go home early. While I make my way to the break room to fetch myself a drink, I find my coworker already sitting there with his legs stretched out in front of him, his feet propped up on the table, and his arms resting behind his head as if he had come here to relax, not work. As usual, he doesn't bother to look at me or greet me, and continues to ignore me until I have a glass of chilled juice in my hands. Man, I could have grown a beard just waiting for you. The AC's broken, by the way. Yeah, thanks, Rasmus. Good to see you too.
What are you gonna do about that?
I don't know, melt, I guess. Yep, that's Rasmus, the spoiled, obnoxious son of the manager, whose favorite pastime is to constantly bully me. Unfortunately, I need the money and can't afford to complain about it too much, even though his father is pretty nice to me. Well, except for his cruel jokes about us marrying one day, Rasmus and I are anything but a perfect match. Wait, you want to run that by me again? Indignant at his reproachful remark, I stand next to the table, rest my other free hand on my hip and glare at him. I see the corner of his mouth curling up and realize he's not the least bit intimidated by me. Why did I think that was going to go any other way? Hello to you too, Raz.
Yeah, whatever. Answer my question, Speedster.
Is it really that hard to show some basic manners?
You sound like my fucking step bitch at home. If your goal is to piss me off today, you're on the right track.
Okay, damn, man, chill. Jeez, calm down, I'm not here to fight you. I'm perplexed by his sudden anger, but it doesn't seem to be directed at me, even though he gives me a disapproving glare. He must have had another fight at home, and it wouldn't be the first time he's used me as a lightning rod. Choosing to ignore his snide comment for the moment, I pull up a chair, sit down, and take a sip of my drink. Hey, shouldn't you keep an eye on the store?
We don't have any customers yet, and none of them will stick around if the AC is not getting fixed, including me.
But you're gonna help me with that, right? Right?
What makes you think I would?
Because I thought I could treat you to some salted caramel ice cream if you do?
What?
I can't help but smile at the realization that my offer seems to have taken the wind out of his sails for now. It's my first time doing something different to get his help, which I always have a tough time with. After all, Rasmus isn't exactly known to be a selfless Samaritan or anything like that.
I mean, sure. Whatever. Let's go.
Wait, really? That's all I have to do?
Yeah, are you coming or not?
The fact that this work caught me so off guard that he has to call me a second time, threatening to change his mind before I finally rise from my seat to follow him. I feel kinda dumb for not trying this sooner. Things could have been so much easier for me, damn it! You know what? I'm not gonna freak out. I'm just gonna go fix the AC unit so I can finally cool down. Unfortunately, he's always been like that. Bossy, condescending, even bitter about past events that may have been beyond his control. I notice that he speaks more of his stepmom than his actual mother, but I figured that he just might be a topic he doesn't want to discuss, so I never brought it up. Besides, I doubt trying to get to know him better would change anything about our current relationship. After changing into my work clothes and shutting off the power to the cooling system, we removed the thick ice layers and freed the coil from dirt and dust, this time with Rasmus doing most of the work. Finally, he's doing something. He was more pleasant to be around whenever work distracted him from me, which often led to the illusion that we got along well. Nobody would believe me whenever I complained about his bullying. People would just laugh and tell him to go easy on me, making him do the exact opposite. Once we're done, we return to the break room to wipe the sweat off our faces with a towel, and take a moment to re-enjoy the cooler temperature. Yay, I'm not gonna melt!
Now that that's finally been taken care of.
Thanks, Raz, what would I ever do without you?
Licking dirt, probably.
And I'm back to hating you. And just like that, my enthusiasm about his help is gone.
Anyway.
He glances at the clock on the wall and then back to me.
You better go back to the counter now. I'll check our inventory in the meantime.
I just nod as he leaves, pouring myself another glass of juice before I follow him through the door and place it down next to the cash register. Still no customers, huh? Seems like it's gonna be a slow day. Depending on the season or day of the week, my job can be slow, hectic, stressful, or mind-numbingly boring and repetitive. It's also physically more demanding than some might think. Having to stand in one place all day is hard on my feet, knees, and back. I enjoy my job though. Some of the most fun times involve chatting with the regulars. We would laugh, catch up, tease each other. I probably know more about their lives than their neighbors or even relatives. Of course, we also have customers who treat me like I'm something nasty on the bottom of their shoes. A couple of them could ruin my whole day. Mila, one of the regulars, isn't the type to say anything nice or look even remotely approachable. She usually just buys her cigarettes and leaves the store as fast as she came in. I remember how angry she got at me once for asking for her ID. It was scary as hell, and to this day I don't know how I even survived her little outburst. But I like to think she was just having a bad day and isn't the mean kind. Benny, another regular, is pretty quiet and on some days even a bit awkward. He always buys energy drinks and avoids eye contact when talking to me. I once pointed out how rude I thought this kind of behavior was. Now he occasionally makes an effort to show me he pays attention. Why would you ever say something like that? There was no reason for you to say that! I admit, I kind of feel bad about it, seeing how rarely he manages a smile. Makes me wonder how miserable his life must be. So then why did you say that to him? The other two well-known regulars are Gunther and Levy. Gunther isn't much of a talker, but he's too polite to not engage in some small talk. At first, I was a bit intimidated by his height and bulky stature. The wrinkles and the dark half-moons below his eyes didn't help to make him look any less scary either. Funnily enough, we both bonded later over a shared fear of dentists and love for cats. Levy is the kind of guy that gets you in a good mood as soon as he walks into the store. He's always smiling, greeting, and ready to share the latest rumors with me. Me and Rasmus noticed a chemical smell clinging to him that made it obvious he's dealing with drugs. It's so strange to think that some of our customers might actually be criminals. I don't think I'll ever get used to the fact that I moved into a city with a high crime rate. Gang fights, robberies, assassinations, and other attacks are a part of everyday life here for some people. Even our manager has trouble expanding his business without facing any territorial issues. It's crazy, really. Luckily, the neighborhood I live in has been quite peaceful for years. However, I'd be lying if I said I didn't wish for a little excitement every now and then to combat my rather boring life. Something tells me you're gonna really wish you didn't. Still no customers. My weary eyes wander to an open magazine that someone has left on the counter. I pick it up. I can't help admiring the beautiful young woman on the cover, who looks vaguely familiar. I might have seen her around somewhere before, or just remember seeing her in a different type of media. She must be a popular model or dancer. I wonder what it feels like to get noticed by someone like her. My lips twist in self-mockery. Yeah, dream on. I finally break away from her charming smile and start flipping through the magazine until I get stuck on a page with a fun-looking personality quiz. I guess I could take it to kill some time. Question number 1. You want to draw a landscape. What color do you choose? Blue, obviously. Question number 2. You have been blindfolded for a special surprise date. What will you see when your blindfold comes off? Buddy, I don't think I'm part of the decision in this scenario, but I guess I'll take the dinner under the starry night sky. Question number 3. You've received a gift that you could use to complement your overall style. You open the box and find... I would rock a beaded bracelet with colorful patterns. Question number 4. What's the best snack for a movie night? Popcorn, obviously. Why else would movie theaters be using it? Question number 5. You want to get a pet. Which animal would suit you best? Well, I prefer staying at home, so I'm gonna choose a pet that I can spend my time with from the comfort of my own home.
What the fuck are you doing?
Ah, don't startle me like that! Jeez!
Careful who you're yelling at. If I was the manager, you'd be in big trouble right now.
As if you're not causing me enough trouble already. I mumble these words as my lips curl into a pout. My eyes fall on the glass that I accidentally knocked over, its contents drenching the entire magazine, making the answers harder to read now. No! Not the juice! It was innocent! Groaning, I duck down and grab a paper towel from a lower shelf and use it to wipe the counter. Then I dab at the juice stains on every page.
What's that? A personality quiz? Do you even have a personality to speak of?
I don't know, Rasmus. Maybe if you weren't such a jackass, you'd find out. I frown and glare at the quiz, instantly regretting having taken it at all.
And you're still using a fountain pen, huh? How old-fashioned.
I don't know why, but today he seems particularly annoying. I'm already so tired of having to listen to his voice, tired of not being able to enjoy things in his presence, and tired of him making me shrink every time his mocking gaze grazes me. And I'm not exaggerating here. He makes my skin crawl every time he laughs at something I've said or done. He's always laughing at me as if I were one big joke, and God knows what else he does behind my back. And yet every day, for 2 years now, I go through the same hellish routine with him. Why can't he stop doing that? It's like he wants to keep his iron grip around my neck and squeeze it until my head finally pops off. I let out a small involuntary gasp when I see the torn page. Ah, shit.
Just throw it away already. You're not here to laze around anyway. There's plenty for you to do even if we don't have any customers right now.
Yeah, hey, are you leaving soon so I can have a good day at work? I look at the small backpack he flung over his shoulder. Are you leaving now? Not that I'm complaining, I do need a break from him, but he knows as well as I do that we're not allowed to work alone anymore.
You'll be fine on your own.
And the manager agrees? He pauses for a moment, pondering what to say.
Not yet, but he will later on.
If you say so.
Don't miss me too much when I'm lounging in a hammock by the pool sipping my cocktail.
You're going to a pool party? That's so not fair.
Quit whining and be grateful that I trust you enough with these keys. Make sure everything's locked up and secure. You know the drill. I'll call you later to check up on you.
Alright, take care, Raz. The store bell chimes as he pushes the door open, taking all the stress and tension I felt for the last 2 hours with him. Finally, I can have a good day now. As the sound of his engine fades to a distant rumble, I stretch my arms above my head to feel less like taut violin strings and hum softly to the song. Finally, some well-deserved peace and quiet. I just hope no one causes any serious trouble now that I'm alone. The headlines about gang raids targeting small shops are always on my mind when darkness falls across the city. I wonder if cashiers like me will soon have to be armed for emergencies like that. No, stop thinking about this. There's no point in feeding your anxiety now. Just enjoy the music and focus on your tasks. Although the AC's running smoothly now, my dry throat craves more cool liquid, so I leave the counter to refill my empty glass in the break room. I take the sticky magazine with me to throw out with all the other garbage in the containers at the staff entrance. As soon as I'm back inside, the nice music is interrupted by news reports of an unknown serial killer. Wow, okay, that took a dark turn real quick. Approximately between July 3rd and August 11th, a serial killer murdered and dismembered in Colma district at least 12 victims, only 3 of which could be positively identified. 12 brutal killings in almost 6 weeks, and the police has neither clues nor suspects. We ask you to keep your eyes and ears open and report any crimes, suspicious behavior, safety concerns, and medical emergencies. It is also recommended not to walk alone at night and to leave your workplace early to be home at a safer, reasonable time. God, this is awful. I can feel myself getting emotional as I imagine the grief the victims' families must be going through right now. As if these violent gangs wreaking havoc weren't enough, now there's someone out there who takes pleasure in killing innocent people? Who would do such a thing? And how can this killer be stopped? The authorities don't seem to know what they're doing either. This is just too much. I turn off the radio when I hear another announcer begin to elaborate on the killer's methods. A chill runs down my spine as I look around the deserted shop, suddenly feeling very exposed here by myself. I shake my head, trying to drive away the images of my own death. I wonder if Rasmus heard about this news as well. If he did, I don't think he would have left me here all by myself, wouldn't he? I don't even know if the district is close to where I live. I've never had the time to fully explore the city after moving, and my train of thought breaks at the sudden arrival of customers, making me rush to the checkout. I only recognize one of them as a new regular, however, he's not exactly what I would call profitable. Quite often, he just looks around and leaves without buying anything. Even Rasmus finds it odd and told me to keep a close eye on him, though whenever he notices my gaze, he seems to feel compelled to strike up a conversation with me. Like now. Hi. He fiddles with the hem of his shirt and has a hard time maintaining eye contact with me. A bit unusual, but for now I'm glad I can talk to someone that isn't Rasmus. Hello, sir, it's nice to see you again. How can I help you on this beautiful day? It really is a beautiful day, isn't it, Speedster? Huh? That's new. I know I never introduced myself to him, so I guess he must have overheard my first name somewhere. And really hot, too. I hope you keep yourself hydrated. He's trying really hard to make small talk with me, isn't he? But I'm in no mood to talk about something as boring as the weather, so I try to steer him back on topic. What brings you here today? I wanted to ask, do you, maybe we could, I would like to, His shoulders sag as he utters a frustrated sigh. That's not how I practiced it. Maybe I should, no. Sir, is everything okay? I'm such a coward. I couldn't understand his mumbling, but before I could even ask him to repeat what he said, he turns on his heel and leaves the store. Okay, bye! I'm baffled for several minutes, but decide that I should focus on the other customers instead of blaming myself for his sudden escape, as I usually do. I've never seen him so shy and awkward before. He didn't even ask about our products. But I'm sure he'll return, most likely tomorrow. After all, everyone can have a bad day. As if on cue, my gaze wanders back to the window as night falls and I'm once again enveloped by loneliness. There's not much time left before my shift is over. Lost in thought, I drum my fingers on the counter while a sudden memory starts playing in my head like a movie. I see my friends from middle school who gifted me a drum set for my 15th birthday and taught me how to play. Like most teenagers, we were chasing the dream of becoming a world-famous band, and indeed, with the help of our families, we soon had all our own instruments and a soundproof basement to practice in. Feeling nostalgic, I take 2 candy canes from a box that are sold year-round, and start hitting on various items to create some funny beats. I've been told that I was a good listener, had a good sense for rhythm and timing, so teenage me practiced for years to become one of the best drummers one day. Every night I would fall asleep listening to my favorite bands, imagining this was our first concert, pretending I was playing and crying tears of joy at the end. But like so many other things in our lives, these dreams didn't last. I gasp and the candy canes drop to the floor. Oh god, you startled me. How did I not notice him? And why didn't I hear the store bell? Have I been that deep in thought? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Nah, it's alright. I should have paid more attention. It's part of my job after all. Though I didn't expect to have another customer right before closing time either. I usually shop at a different store, but I only found out today that they had shut down. That's why I came here instead. I'm sorry for any inconvenience I'm causing you now. Oh, don't worry about it. You're not causing any inconvenience at all. You know, I really enjoyed your performance. Watching you cheered me up a little. Sounds like you're pretty dejected about something. Yeah, I was rejected by a person I really liked. I thought I did everything right this time. I don't know what to do anymore. Aw, poor guy. That sounds like the worst day ever. I'm sorry you got rejected. I know how painful that can be. A smile blooms on his lips, uncertain and shaky, but accepting of my sympathy. Thanks for being so understanding. It actually makes me feel a little better just having someone say something nice to me today. Hey, no problem, man. I'm sure you'll get another chance to meet someone who hopefully appreciate you for who you are, and I bet there's a lot to appreciate. I wink at him and give him a bright smile. What can I say? He's a new potential customer, so I gotta give it my all. Besides, I do like cheering people up. You really think so? Like what? My eyes quickly scan him from head to toe. Appearance-wise, I like how fluffy your hair looks, and wait, are you wearing a coat? In summer? You must be sweating terribly underneath.
No, I actually don't sweat that much, actually. I like hot weather and the warm, cozy feeling of my coat. It's like a safety blanket. It protects my skin from the harsh sun, and I don't have to freeze in places where some air conditioners get way too cold.
Huh, interesting. I never looked at it that way before. But I could never wear a coat in summer. Oh god, just the thought of it's making me sweat. His face crinkles in laughter. It's a sweet, soft laugh that I find surprisingly cute. I shyly rub my neck as I get this sudden, fluttery feeling in my chest, before I notice the 2 candy canes lying between my feet, unbroken and still wrapped in their plastic packaging. I pick them up and show them to him. Here, you can have these. I know this sounds kinda cheesy, but since they didn't break, you can use them as lucky charms, you know, for your next conquest. Our fingers brush against each other as I hand him the candies, causing him to hold his breath for a split second. He must have felt the same heated spark jolt from our brief touch. I watch him staring at his gift in awe, and then back at me. It's a new peppermint variety filled with ruby chocolate. They're so popular that they always sell out quickly, not only at Xmas.
Thank you. You're too kind. This really makes me feel so much better already.
Oh, don't mention it, I'm always glad to help. Not wanting to keep him any longer from paying for his purchase, I started scanning his items. Is that all?
Huh? Oh, right. Yeah, that's all.
While I bag his groceries, I notice he's watching me closely now, but that doesn't bother me. It's cute when customers admire me for making their day. It makes me feel better about myself too. Here you go, and good luck out there!
Thank you. It was really nice talking to you. Please be careful at this hour. You never know who's lurking in the shadows.
I'll be extra careful just for you. But you take care too, alright? Thank you for your purchase and please come again.
Oh, I definitely will.
And with that, he leaves the store. I wave him goodbye, happy to finally be able to enjoy the end of my workday. He walks out of the store with a spring in his step as the darkness of the night settles over the sky like a cloak, whose light then comes to life, showing the beauty of its rainbow colors. It's been so long that someone other than his friend has been kind to him, offering him hope and a new sense of warmth to blossom in his heart. He has been starving for such sweetness, always clinging to any emotional sugar source he could find. But it's never easy, nor does it last very long. Every time things didn't work out, people were quick to move on eventually, if they were lucky, that is.
This time will be different though. He could feel it. It's you, or no one.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool, this is fine.
Your precious gift is a sign of love, right? Love, love, love. It makes him want to capture every single moment of you. Moments when you're real, beautiful, even scared. There's no way you wouldn't want to be his husband, his life partner, his companion, and share all of your secrets, your hopes and fears, your sorrows and joys with him. Forever. Despite the warm, humid air, he could feel goosebumps appearing on his arms, making his mouth split into a grin as he enjoyed the thought that you might be thinking of him too. He will return your kindness and make sure you know how much he cares about you. Even if it takes all he has to give, he'll do anything necessary to make it happen. Anything. If sacrifices aren't made for love, it ain't love, right? And he won't stop until you understand how much you mean to him, even if you've only just met. He will know everything there is to know about you by the time this night is over anyway.
Aw, how genuinely horrifying, thank you.
Just be patient, my love. It won't be long until you find yourself in my arms, just like it's meant to be.
I slam the cash register shut, lower the shutter doors, and activate the alarm system, all while this new customer still lingers on my mind. I should have asked for his name. Well, maybe I'll get the chance next time. He seems to have a gentle soul. I can't remember the last time I met someone who was so pleasant and easy to talk to. Oh, you are so wrong. As I make my way home, I suddenly hear my phone ringing. I fish it out of my bag and squint at the bright screen lighting up my face, displaying Rasmus's full name. I thought about giving him a silly nickname, but honestly I don't want to stoop to his level. Should I answer him? Yeah, I should answer him. I took the call and could tell by his colorful, bouncy voice that he was buzzed on alcohol. The party noise in the background made it difficult to hear him, but fortunately he was short with me. I confirmed that everything was fine and that I was heading home and he had nothing to worry about. We said goodbye, and shortly afterwards I stumbled into my apartment, kicking off my shoes and meandered over to my laptop to check my emails and social media. I keep my passwords and other valuable information in an old diary with a sturdy lock attached to it. The lock and its key have mismatched colors and are kept separately. This way any hackers are less likely to bug me and any burglar will have to find the key first or have the right tool to break the lock. Not that a burglar would ever be interested in the diary, but you never know, right? I think we're about to get one that is. I glance through all the ads in my inbox and make notes of all the good deals that interest me. After that, I log into my account on ClickBait and search for the newest post of my family. It's my only way to keep track of the events in their lives without having to directly contact them. My life is not exactly what I thought it would be, not what I promised back then. I feel too ashamed to ever look them in the eye again. Of course, part of me thinks that I'm just being ridiculous, but the guilt eating me up inside always wins and prevents me from reaching out to them. I want to know if they still think of me, talk about me, but if they do, it's not on social media. I scroll through posts that are only about new recipes, celebrity crushes, and pictures of food and nature trips. I don't know why I keep tormenting myself like that every night.
Because you deserve it.
Looking at their happy faces only makes me feel lonelier and more like an outsider. I know I should stop, but I can't. It's like I'm addicted to this type of misery. I turn to my mint plant, the only non-artificial one in this room. The way it looks is the way I feel right now. Withered and forgotten.
But you don't deserve that, do you? You deserve to thrive and be cared for. Unlike you.
I gently caress its brown and crispy leaves.
Alright, time to revive you.
I get my garden scissors and start cutting off all the dead material. It's kind of fun. I wish it was just as easy for me to make a fresh start.
A fresh start, so you can fail all over again?
The roots seem healthy enough, so all that's left to do now is to keep them watered every day. I'm sure I'll manage this time. I have to if I want to be proud of at least one thing in my life. Right?
Ha! It's not like your pitiful pride will be overshadowed by people who actually accomplish something. Just shut up. God, I hate it so much when my brain is working against me. I'm trying my best, okay?
I'm trying my best. I'll leave the cut stems on the floor since I don't care about them right now. I can clean that up tomorrow. All I want is to fall into my cushion and stretch my body over the entire bed until its soothing comfort takes away the pain of my sore muscles. I close my eyes, slowly dozing off to the quiet, whirring sound of my laptop, which I'm sure will go into sleep mode too. My mind sends me off to dreamland, where it's already making plans for my upcoming day off. I could go for a nice walk in the park, feed the ducks, and have a picnic. I take a deep breath, smelling the fresh air with its sweet fragrance coming over the blooming flowers sprinkling the lush green meadows that cover most of the park, except for some bare spots.
I wish I could stay here forever. He looks at your screen with a sparkle in his eyes, tracing a heart with his finger around your name. So, your name is Speedster. Seems like I found a new favorite word.
He happily but quietly repeats your name over and over like an incantation. A nervous energy builds in his chest as he thinks back to his first conversation with you and how gentle your eyes were when you smiled at him. A smile that made everything better. You captivate him like no other, making him feel like things are finally starting to make sense. His face lights up like a neon sign as he slowly turns to you.
Sweet dreams, my little rosebud. See you very soon. End of day 1.
Well, guys, that was Broken Colors, and once again I find myself with a stalker. I guess I'll have to wait and see how this works out for me. Until then, guys, I'll see you all next time. Bye!